Hood Rich Radio, it's the voice of DJ Scream. My dog Moran is with me, and it's time for a special guest up in the building that goes by the name of Light Skin Keisha. She is here. And her music be jamming, damn it.
Facts.
Real vibe. Welcome to Hood Rich Radio. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh my God, your nails, weapons.
That's what I'm saying. We have so many things.
These aren't nails. These are grippers.
Oh, Lord.
Grippers.
That on it.
D-grippers, as she calls them.
Exactly.
We saw that last night.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How long does it take you to get your nails done?
About like 3.5 hours.
Really?
Why?
And how often do you get them done?
Oh, I get them done like all the time, especially like if one break, like I be calling my nail tech like, listen, pull up. You know what I'm saying? I need a new design. I need new colors. I need new stones on my nails. Like,
we got to ask the ignorant question that everybody else asks.
It's not ignorant, though.
How you wipe your ass?
I just did a demonstration for y'all in that video actually yesterday.
Oh, word.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody be always saying that. I'm like, listen, you just wrap the tissue around.
So how would you blow your nose? You just...
Yeah, you just...
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you eat?
How you eat chicken wings?
You eat. Oh, that's better. You know what I'm saying? That's like you got your own little fork on your
like a
hand,
chopstick.
You put that thing off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But you know, when you've been doing a flat, you know, all you got to do is twist it and then pull the bone
That
out.
sounds like a crab leg.
No,
like
no.
The way you
A
talking
flat.
about it. No, it's just the way you describe how you eat it.
I'm telling you, I could literally demonstrate, but I actually stopped eating meat like 2 days ago. But anyways, that's another story.
Congratulations.
Yay!
That's what's up. That's what it is. And of course, the most controversial question next is light skin Keisha. Now,
yes,
you like my sister.
You're not like red bone light skin. You
right?
Lighter than you're not dark. I mean, light skin Keisha. Where did the name come from?
I mean, it really just came from like. When I was growing up and stuff like that, like I knew girls named Keisha, and it was like a brown skin Keisha, dark skin Keisha. You got chocolate Keisha, you got this type of Keisha, you got this Keisha over here, and it's just I'm light skin Keisha. And then the movie Belly, like that was my favorite character in that movie or whatever, and she was chocolate, so I'm like, that's me, but I'm just the light skin version. Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Clear enough.
But like a lot of people be like so stuck on that, and they be like, "Oh my God, you're a colorist," and I be like, "I don't think y'all know what colorist is. I don't think you guys know what colorism is. Like that's really discriminating against, you know what I'm saying, somebody of a certain skin tone. I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, oh my God, like I'm disgusted with people who are different skin tones than me. You know what I'm saying? It's literally just a description. Like how would you describe yourself? I think you're brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, that's just that. It's nothing more, nothing less.
Does the question ever get like irritating? Because I know you
get it. It does sometimes. Well, when people like take it like to the heart, like they're like, oh my gosh, like, so what happened? Like, so you just don't like dark skinned girls? And I'm like, bro, no, that has nothing to do with anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got dark skinned people in my family. Like, I have a little sister who's darker than me, but that don't mean that I love her any less. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I don't care if you was purple. I don't care if you were white. Like, you know how many times light skinned people get made fun of? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's true.
When we cry, we turn red and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just that. So
then weren't you like in some type of controversy with like the fake woke gang about that? Like they was trying to come at you saying that, you're...
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, well, somebody had, like, dug up, like, old tweets. But this one, when I tell you, like, it was tweets from, like, 2010. Like,
Word.
I'm talking about, like, super old tweets. This is when I was in high school. And it was a thing back in the day, like, where it was like this whole team light skin, team dark skin thing. So everybody, it was like a trend, you know what I'm saying? And nobody was taking offense to it. It was just, okay, you got dark skin people over here cracking jokes on the light skin people, and then you got the light skin people cracking jokes on the dark skin people. And that was just that, you know what I mean? But it was never like, oh, okay, this is exactly like, this is how I feel. And then I'm like, years later, somebody pull it up, and I'm like, this has like, where are y'all coming from with this? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this don't mean nothing. Like, what are you trying to prove? You know what I mean? So I'm just like, whatever.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What was the moment on social media where you just felt comfortable going to social media, being yourself, and then the content just exploded? Like, were you just chilling one day and say, I'm finna just get on social media and just be who I am?
Yeah, because I used to work a job where the job was in Alpharetta, Topgolf.
Okay.
And this was when this was the only Topgolf that was in Georgia. Yeah.
Right.
So I was coming from, you know what I'm saying, Snellville, driving all the way to Alpharetta every day to go to work.
Wow.
Yeah. So with that, it was heck of traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so much downtime that I just decided to pick up a phone. And I remember, like, I don't know if y'all remember, but before, like, Instagram used to have, like, they had brought the whole video feature At first, you used to just take pictures. Then they brought the videos, and the videos was only 30 seconds. So a lot of people be like, "Oh my gosh, you talk a lot. You talk real fast." Instagram really taught me that.
Right.
I used to know how to put it all in. You know what I'm saying? 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Then when it moved to a minute, I'm like, okay, bet I can talk longer. So while I'm sitting in traffic, you know what I'm saying, on the way to work, then I'm just recording. And it was a video. My first initial video I had made was when I was like reenacting people from Atlanta. And how like dudes be talking from Atlanta,
right?
And it ended up going crazy. And then like I just started like I just kept doing it because it was just like, you know, like I'm just showing people who I am. You know, I'm just talking about some real facts, and people just started finding me relatable.
And at what point did music come into the play?
Music came into play when one of my videos like went very, very viral. It was about, you know, act up season, and you know it's hot, you know what I'm saying, like, and I was talking about how dudes, you know what I'm saying, y'all try to switch up when it get hot or whatever. Y'all be talking about, you know, you need a break and stuff like that, you know, all that stuff like that. So the video ended up going viral, and after that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna drop a song, and I dropped a song called Weather. To, you know, follow up after that video. And the song ended up getting like 1 million streams in a few weeks. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But this is just me doing this blind. I don't know what's going on. I'm just dropping a song.
Rapping?
It wasn't my first time rapping. No, it was my first time like really like just dropping a song and really just pushing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had dropped songs before, but it didn't do nothing for real. But that song in particular, like, it just went crazy, and I didn't know, like, I didn't expect that, and then I'm like, you know, I could really do this rap thing, and then everybody's like, yeah, because you sound good, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that you be talking about, like, you turned up, like, you setting the tone, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, so I found myself in the studio. I just kept staying in the studio and recording.
Now, me and him, we have these debates all the time. Like, there's never, ever been, like, a female rapper to really make it from Atlanta. Like, by herself.
Make it large.
Right.
Like somebody, so we would get people to curse us out about that.
Right.
Yeah. You feel like
large on the solo level.
Right. Absolutely. So do you think you could potentially be that voice? Because you are.
Absolutely.
Or
absolutely. Period. Like, I'm literally, like, walking proof. It's not even funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a new artist, and I don't think, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know of an Atlanta female artist or rapper that has came out and literally in her first year going top 5 on urban radio.
Solo?
I can think of.
I don't know.
Solo.
I don't know anybody that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody that's done that. I did that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Does the brand count?
No, she's not fresh. From Chicago.
Not from here. Okay.
From Chicago.
All right. Well, there you use it.
Thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it's also like a different generation. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I definitely commend the Atlanta female rappers that did come up, you know what I'm saying, and pave the way for artists like me, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a new generation, and I feel like right now, like,
it's a breath of fresh
I am
air.
that. Yeah, it is. And I feel like we need a female who's gonna, you know what I'm saying, carry the torch.
Yeah, because it's like you're actually from here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, watching your videos, my first time ever meeting you, I feel like I knew you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What high school?
I graduated from Shiloh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where'd you start?
Oh, I started at, for real, like, what, elementary?
Yeah, because it sounds like you're not, wherever Shiloh is, I don't know what that is.
Shiloh, that's literally like the first school that you get to. When all the kids get kicked out of DeKalb County, that's the first school that they go to in Gwinnett. You know what I'm saying? It's right there on the border of kind of like Gwinnett and DeKalb. But I started out at Woodridge Elementary. That's over there in DeKalb, over there about South Harrison. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I used to live in Hidden Hills, you know what I'm saying, for years. Like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was originally, you know what I'm saying, born in Decatur, lived in Clarkston, moved from there, Stone Mountain, Lithonia. I cheered for Central DeKalb Jaguars over there, like at Way Walker Park. And then, you know, my mom was like so in between of trying to figure out which school system was best, because, you know, sometimes like she would feel like Gwinnett County wasn't doing me right, so then she'll pull me back and put me back in DeKalb and whatever. And I went to Shamrock Middle, but I think it's like North Druid Middle now or something.
Something like that.
I ain't from the east side.
They done switched it up.
They switched so much on the east side.
They done switched it up, like, for real. But yeah, like, shout out to everybody that went to Shamrock Middle. That was fun years.
Was you a bad kid?
I wouldn't say I was bad, actually. I mean, I don't know. I would say I was bad, but I've always been vocal. Like,
yeah, that's very
teacher tried to take my phone. You ain't taking my phone. Period. Like, you're not taking my phone. You might as well kick me out. Call my mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you find yourself, like, staying out of trouble? Because me being from the east side, too, like, you can get into a lot of mess on the east side.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you find yourself keeping a straight path and keeping yourself busy and staying out of trouble?
I think my personality just like, you know what I'm saying, made people, like, love me. You know what I mean? Like, I remember the first time when I got to Shamrock Middle, like it was probably like 75% of the girls wanted to fight me. They wanted to fight me just because I was a new girl. And it was like, I remember this girl, like, she was looking at me up and down because her dude was, you know what I'm saying, her boyfriend at the time was trying to, you know what I'm saying, like, flirt. But, you know, this is middle school. Like, you can't take this stuff serious. So I'm like, oh, my gosh. Next thing you know, like, people coming up to me like, you know, all these girls want to fight you. Like, they want to fight you or whatever. And I'm like, what'd I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know none of y'all. And then I remember this one girl, she was like, I don't care what they talking about. She was like, point them out. She was like, point them out. Now I'll beat up all of them. She was like, I don't care. She was like, they mad because you pretty da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I mean, I guess. But then after that, like, people just started opening up to me because they started seeing like, oh, she cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's happened like with elementary, middle, high school, like even college. Like, you know what I'm saying? People just always kind of like came into me, like, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm open arms, like I welcome everybody in. So, I mean, and as far as like just trouble, period, like I've never just been like a hothead. Now, I done been in the fights, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have my little, you know what I'm saying, like scuffles here and there, but I was never just a hothead because I'm always the one that's thinking about the consequences after. Like, okay, we can do this, but what's gonna happen after? You know what I'm saying? So, like, do I really want to take that chance and put my life on the line and put my freedom on the line, or you know, am I going to be smart and just walk away? You know what I'm saying? So
now there's an important question we ask on Hood Rich Radio, and depending on how you answer it is going to depend how our listeners receive you.
Okay.
Probably going to be one of the most important questions of your life. I'm going to let Moran ask it.
Okay.
Can light skin Keisha cook?
Oh, yes.
You can cook?
Yes.
Like cook?
Cook.
Like on the stove, not the microwave.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
You cook them nails?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. I can cook. I don't play that.
How you whip up like this with the nails? Like, yeah.
It ain't. I'm so used to it. Honestly, if I didn't have long nails, it feels weird to me.
Really?
Like if I have short nails, that feels like crazy.
Okay.
Disgusting. Ew.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, but yeah, like I didn't really have no choice but to learn how to cook because I'm
What's
a
your
real
top
like.
three? What's your top three dishes?
I ain't gonna lie. I cook some really bomb spaghetti.
Okay.
And because of that, I really commend my mother for that because she actually learned how to cook spaghetti from a real Italian, like she had a real Italian person teach her how to cook spaghetti. And the real spaghetti, they say like it takes like a few days because you got to let that thing marinate.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you supposed to eat it with a spoon, right?
Something like that.
Something
I don't
like
know.
that. Okay,
But she was like, you know, when she was taught, you know what I'm saying, of course she found like a little cheat code to just, you know what I'm saying, make it quicker than that.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, I learned from her. I make some real good fried chicken.
Okay.
I'm a fried chicken connoisseur. I don't play.
Okay.
So you go.
Yeah, I don't play. I learned it from my mama because she was one of those moms that was like, hey, if I'm cooking, you need to get in here and help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Thanksgiving coming up or we having big dinners and she gotta cook. Y'all come in here and help me. I'm gonna teach you how to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't just gonna be sitting down not doing nothing. And I make some really good stuff salmon with the shrimp. Oh, don't play with it.
Detail. That means she can cook. She
Period.
ain't
I don't
count.
play.
She can cook.
I don't play.
Does it get frustrating on the road sometimes when you can't get a good home cooked meal?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh man, I was like, you know, going through with my weight because my weight would like go up and down. You know what I mean? And like when you on the road, you just be eating anything. You know what I'm saying? You just
Survival.
be forced to eat anything. Yeah, exactly, because you know you got to eat. So, I mean, it would get a little frustrating because I'm like, dang, like I can't wait to just go home and be in my kitchen. You know what I'm saying? And use my kitchen and stuff. But then again, it's like you on the road. I started to have to watch what I eat because it's like, okay, I'm eating too much BS. You know what I'm saying? I'm a girl. I'm an artist. Like I can't be out here just putting on too many pounds. You know what I mean? So it got hard. It did get hard. I ain't gonna lie with that aspect because I'm a hungry girl. You know what I'm saying? I got a weight problem. I can't wait to eat. You feel me? So
Well, I just feel like a skit. It really do.
y'all ever watch House Party?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's where I got that from.
Oh, I
the
didn't-
dad.
Oh,
He said, I got a weight
yeah.
problem. Can't wait to eat.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah.
So you done shout out your mom like 5 times in this interview. What,
yeah.
what are some other things she's instilled in you? Because it sounds like you really respect her.
Oh yeah, I do. Cause you know, coming from a family like I watched her raise 8 kids on my own, on her own. So it's like, of course, the respect is just on another level. Like because you know what I'm saying, like people can't do that, or people think that it's hard to do that. You know what I'm saying, on your own. And you know, like I respect her so much because she's always instilled in us, like, you know, of course, cleanliness. You know what I'm saying, like hygiene. Don't play around that. You know what I'm saying. And just self-respect overall. Like, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to guys and even when it comes to just people in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if, okay, just because you from Atlanta don't mean that you got to always act like you from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know when you walk into certain rooms, you got to elevate. You got to be able to pronounce your words. Like, my mama always was, like, really big on that. Like, big on me studying and getting, you know what I'm saying, like, learning how to, like, you know what I'm saying, just be intelligent. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was always, like, intelligence was always key, and self-respect was definitely, you know what I'm saying, major to her. Because she was like, I ain't trying to raise no thoughts out here, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not what I represent. You got to represent yourself, like, you know what I'm saying, in the best manner, because if you don't, then ain't nobody going to respect you. And your respect is everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't remember, like, you know, I ain't gonna lie. You know, women, you know, we be doing our little things sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have women do certain things sometimes or whatever, but my mama, like, she was one of them women, like, you know what I'm saying? She knows that we're watching her. So, you know, like, she wasn't just gonna be out here leading us, you know what I'm saying, the wrong way. Like, she's leading by example. You know what I mean? So that's why I have so much respect for her. And because she just taught me, like, she taught me a lot. Word. She taught me so much, and honestly, like, that's where I get my hustle from too. Like, whether if it was my mom having a job or not, I wouldn't even be able to tell, because she would just, like, she wouldn't let that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, show. It would be like, she's hustling. She gonna get it by any means. She gonna put food on the table by any means. She gonna make sure the hot water on by any means. Even if it ain't on, she gonna make sure that everybody got baths. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, like, she gonna put us in hotels. She gonna do whatever, you know what I'm saying, to take care of her. So it's like, that's where I get that grind from. Even when my mom had jobs and stuff like that, like, you know, she was grinding still. She had different side hustles that she had to go do to be able to make sure that we was all right. She always made it work somehow, some way. I don't know, but she did it, and I feel like that's where I get that characteristic from. Like, I end up making something work. I end up making it work, and I end up proving people wrong.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. Before we get into your new jamming single, tell us how you hooked up with Project Pat, and why did you snap so hard?
Yeah, that was so disrespectful.
You have saved that verse for another song. Why did you have to snap so hard on that song?
Man.
Because that beat was just crazy.
Shouts to Beat King. Yep.
Yes. And shout out to him. Shout out to Project Pat. I actually met Project Pat through Coca Vango, because they had already had, like, you know what I'm saying, a cool little relationship and stuff, and they've worked on stuff, you know what I'm saying, a minute ago too. So he was just like, you know, I got this record. And he was like, you know, I want Keisha to be on it. And Coca like, hey, Pat got this record that he wants you to be on. He wants you to hear it or whatever. He played that thing. I said, whoa. I said, this is out of here. Like, what? And I was like thirsty to get to the studio. Like, I'm like, I can't wait to get to the studio. And, you know, I'm just in the studio. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all know Starter Cam. You know Starter Cam? He was in there with me or whatever, and he was like, you know, this is going crazy. Like, he was like, this hard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, like, I gotta go in, and I just went in, like, I just went crazy, because you know, you gotta feel it. Like, when you feel it, it's there. You know what I'm saying? From Memphis. I do.
Yeah,
you sound,
on the song.
On there, you fit right in.
Like, you might as well.
And I don't comment on people's pit down. That's not me. I like, that's hard, y'all. I think I comment like, that's hard.